Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So, if you had not watched my last video, please go back and watch that. But that was just pretty much me, just giving y'all some motivation for Monday. And just kind of opening up with you guys. So, I had said, and today is Wednesday, I said that I wanted to start talking to you guys about relationships. So right now it's just me just chilling on my couch. I got some water, so pause the video, go get you some water. And since it's nighttime, I got my baby in the bed sleep, I have some tea, some sleepy time tea. So I just, I'm in the mood like to just wind down and kind of relax. It's been a long day. So without any further ado, um, to talk about relationships, I feel like it's necessary, it's essential to really magnify on being single. So I wrote down a few mistakes, just a few that I made while I was being single. And this is just something that anybody can relate to this, but some of these things, you don't do these things, okay? So the first one is dwell on the fact that you're single. I felt like it was, and if y'all see me looking over, I have my notebook because I had to write like some of this stuff down, and I just narrowed it down to 5 things, but honestly, it's so much more. And before I even get into it, I was trying to think like, should I do like, week by week each thing, but I'm just gonna pour it all out like we talking, okay? This is grown-ups talk, okay? We talking. So, yeah, but okay. So, mistakes you make while you're single is dwell on the fact that you are single. And what I mean by that is, don't say things like, oh my gosh, if I had somebody. And I wrote here, I said, that'll kill your self-esteem because you'll constantly feel like just being you, is not enough for your present moment. Like just being Jasmine. Like at a point of time, like I really felt, I'm like, dang, I felt incomplete. And I was like, looking back, I was 22, I think. Yeah, I was 22 years old, and like that was so long ago, but I was 22 and I was just goofy. Like being me was enough because I didn't have enough of me, I didn't have enough of me like at that time. Like it's hard to say I didn't have enough of me to even think about sharing with somebody else. Like I hadn't built a relationship with myself. Like so, and it goes into the other thing like that I wrote down, but also I also wrote down, just not to be desperate for that type of attention. Another thing that ties into that is not taking enough time out for yourself. Now, this one I could go on and 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 on all year about the importance of taking time out for yourself. Like, yeah, when I say that I was going out, okay, I would go out. It seemed like it would just get earlier and earlier and later every single week. Like, and then just one day, like Saturdays, just not, that wasn't even enough anymore. Like, I was going out like Tuesday nights and turn up on a Tuesday. I was, like going out when, like, it was just crazy stuff. Like, I would literally leave the house, and this happened a few times. I would leave the house at like 8 p.m. and I wouldn't get back into the house until like 12 p.m. the next day. And then like I just felt like my core, like, just being something, just being shaken in me that just wasn't fulfilled. So it got to be, I was, going out, excuse me, I was going out like 8 p.m. and then I would come home like 9 a.m. and I would go to church, because it just, I don't know, it really took a toll on me mentally, and I just felt like I was just starving. So I realized that going to church and being in this quarantine and stuff like that, it's been hard, Um, because the only thing I do is go to Walmart, the mall. Only thing I do is go to Walmart and go to work. Like, that's all I do. So, it was hard. Like, well, I mean, it is hard, like, with this whole situation going on. Um, but yeah, like, I wasn't taking enough time out for myself. And what another thing that I mean by that is too, you constantly dating people. Like, stop doing that. Stop. You don't, like I said, you don't have enough of you to even start dating other people. Who cares about what Tony's favorite color is? What, Jesse favorite game is? Who cares, what Dominique's favorite food is? Who cares? Who cares? Like, you need to know what your favorite food is. You need to know what you like to do. It was so weird when I would go grocery shopping, like after me and Brenda had broke up. I went grocery shopping, and I just looked at my cart like, this cart is empty. Like, what? I like tea. I like tea. I like fruit. Um, like, I really just did not know what to go to the grocery store and buy. And like, I know I wasn't the only one. Like, I'm not the only one that felt like this. But I also learned that I really don't enjoy eating meat that much. Like, and when I was single, I ended up becoming like a vegan, because I didn't have somebody around, not necessarily pressuring me, but that type of influence to, make me want to eat meat. And I definitely didn't have like no comfort way, honey. Like, it's fine, though. It's fine. We'll get back snatched. Just, yeah, it's fine. But yeah, so I realized, like, I really do like vegetables a lot. I mean, of course I knew that, but I just took the time out to like prepare, like, vegetables, cleaning up. Being single has taught me, okay, it's all on you now. So you better bust them suds, girl. And so my cleanup days are Wednesdays and Sundays. And that was the best day that worked out for me, because of course, like, I'd be like, my house would be that bad off if, somebody, like, my friends came over and kicked it, Friday night, and Sunday I just cleaned up whatever I messed up on Saturday. Like, yeah, so that's how I was thinking. That's how I got to be that. But it's perfect though, because Sundays I'm off of work, Wednesdays is the middle of the week, and I stick by that. Like, even if I don't have too much to do, like, around the house now, I'm like, I know this baby got a bib, okay, a bottle. I know this baby got, a dirty diaper that's lingering around here somewhere. I know that I have my work clothes and stuff that I'm not really trusting right now at this point. Something got to get cleaned up. So I think that's really good, and I really enjoy that. Um, think about the stuff that you like to do. Boom, I just told you I love cleaning up. Um, I find it therapeutic almost, like, to really just have, it's something about cleaning up that just make you feel together, like that just make you feel like an adult, like you really got yourself together. And I just love that. But yeah, just, stop constantly going out with your friends that's not gonna feed you, hanging out at the clubs and stuff. Like, it gets tiring so quick. Like, you would just be looking around and not really even enjoying yourself because you've already been so used to that type of scene. And then two, to go back off of, constantly dating, it's this thing on Facebook or on social media that says, your bed, it says an empty bed is better than the wrong spirit laying in it. And especially if you just like broke up with somebody, your head is not really together for that. Like, you don't really have the right mindset to be even dealing with somebody else because you've already been taken apart from what you are used to and who you are, or who you was, I should say, and then you're trying to figure out who you are. So, and then two, hurt people. You don't want to project like all of your hurt onto somebody else. And that's what I kind of did. Like, I just kind of got to a point where I wasn't heartless, but I just got to a point where I was very impatient. And impatient, like I was impatient in every aspect. Like, impatient with other people's feelings, impatient with, just anything. And actually, too, I was dealing with somebody that I wanted to put all of my weight on that person. Like, okay, it's your responsibility now to look after me, like, and that wasn't the right thing to do. And I really wish that I knew how to like separate myself from feeling like that and really like just take time to evaluate all the things that I wanted, because I felt like certain things just would have went better. So, I mean, this is realization for me right now, like just talking to y'all about like some of my experiences. But yeah, we're just conversating. So be patient. But yeah, definitely focus on, the things that you like to do. Another thing that I did. Okay. So, mind y'all, I don't even know where to start with this story, but I ain't even, that's a different story. That's another story for a different day. Do not, I'm talking to my young adults. I'm talking to everybody out here. If you are attractive, first of all, no, I'm not gonna say that. Because it don't matter. Like, it does not matter what you look like. Because, of course, everybody is attractive to somebody. Okay, it's somebody. I know some of y'all looking at me right now like, girl, you was dating for? No, I hope ain't nobody trying to play me like that, because that's the last thing I heard was ugly, like, about me or whatever. But if you have a decent job, on a real note, if you have a decent job, if you have a good head on your shoulders, and by that I mean you know how to prioritize. You know how I just broke down how I did like my billing cycles for the whole month, like in my last video. Okay, people peep game. Okay, and that goes into the next thing. But people peep stuff like that. So don't let nobody come at you with no sad story talking about how they can't get XYZ together and they need a place to live. Okay, if you are single, you are single. That's it. That's it. Okay? You let somebody move in with you, do not do that. Do not do that, because that's opening up the door for, oh my gosh, just ridiculous, like crazy stuff. I forget it. Look, forget it. Forget it. I was dealing with somebody that, and I wouldn't even say like that, okay? But this person was so pressed to push my ex out. He had uploaded a picture of us on social media, you know, hugging and stuff like that. And, you know, it was just like, just try to, you know, put it out there like, hey, we a couple. We in this. And he came at me with a sad story. This, and I'm not saying it like I have no sympathy for it, because it's messed up. But at the end of the day, it's not your priority to take care of somebody grown. Mind you, this is the same person. Look, that's when you put something together, honey. Mind you, this is the same person that I told y'all in my last video that was trying to, you know, stunt on me with his 2018. And meanwhile, old Jazzy J had to step in, you know, and help his living situation out. So he, you know, he came at me with his story. I was like, okay, you know, you could stay here for, you know, a couple weeks. You get yourself together, because he had a decent job. And, you know, I just thought that with that job, he would prioritize. But it got to be less and less about his story and more about the person that he really was. And, you know, it changed. Like, I thought this person was a good friend to me. And it turns out that he was really trying to press a relationship on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm not ready for a relationship. If, you know, I only had one person in mind at that time. If I really want a relationship, I would press the out of that, okay? I would try to really go for that with everything in my heart, but I'm not ready for it, okay? Like, I'm trying to reset. I'm trying to hit that reset button. Everything has changed for me. I'm not ready for it. So when I really put the emphasis on that, he flipped the script. He did. He flipped the script. He started just bugging, like just going crazy. But all in all, I think that situation was more so about, this is about to sound messed up, but I think it was more so about just splitting bills down the middle. Like, I honestly do. You know, and he even tried to put the bug in my ear, like, you know, it'll be so much better and stuff like that. And even like when I first met him, like, he was kind of like talking about it. But little did I know that he was already going through his situation, and he was just seeking me out. So I felt like he just knew, like, okay, this girl know how to pay bills, this girl know how to do this girl know how to, you know, and he seen it as his benefit. Mind you, I'm a girl about her money, single, young, easy prey. That's kind of, excuse me, that's kind of what that was. And if you even have like, just, I don't want to say if you have a good heart, because everybody, to me, I feel like has a good heart, you know, even the guy like that I'm talking about. But if somebody sees that you know, you have a certain soft spot, I'll say, for certain things, some people prey on that. Some people really do. So you have to be careful about, and this is my next one, y'all. You have to be careful about telling your business to people. You have to. Because guess what? Guess what? If you just got out of a relationship and you're hurting, do not run your mouth to your family or your friends, okay? If they love you, they will channel all of your energy, you know, to something more positive. But they but they won't constantly nitpick at the situation. They won't try to bring you back into that mindset. So they will help you channel, all of your energy to something that's going to better you. Another thing is that let me see here. Yeah, I wrote it down. I said, definitely don't tell your business to somebody that you are dating, or somebody that you're interested in, because this opens up the opportunity for them to manipulate you. And this is just goofy or whatever, but just a little goofy example of that would be, I was like talking to this guy and I liked him. I liked him. The first time we hung out, he was like, "What's your favorite color?" I was like, "Blue." He was like, "Yeah, my favorite color blue too." I'm like, "Okay, cool, cool. That's what's up." What type of movies you like? I like action, comedy movies. I do too. I do too. Okay, okay, that's what's up. What's your favorite candy bar? I loved at the time because I'm a different woman now. Yeah, I'm a woman. But at the time I loved Snickers. Like I was like, I love Snickers. He was like, yeah, me too, me too. So then I was just like, okay. So he had went one day I had finally invited him over to my house, and he had went to the store, and he came back, y'all, with a bag full of stuff. Okay, he came back. He was like, "I got your favorite candy bar." Pulled it out. It was a Twix. So I ain't even correct him on it. I just was like, yep. But I took the Twix, and I ate it because I like Twix too. But I didn't say anything because I'm like, if you was dead serious about that being your favorite, like, I peeped when you said that was your favorite candy bar, right? So the Snickers. So why you coming back with the Twix? Like, you just being fake. You know what I mean? So that's just a little silly example, but wait, oh, sorry y'all, but what I'm getting at is just be careful about what you disclose to people. People will play off of that. People will, come at you with so many different things. And that's another thing too, like, my ladies out there, don't let the first thing that come out of your mouth when you dealing with a new guy be, I don't deal with this. I don't tolerate that. I don't deal with this. I don't do that because I've been hurt before. And I know signs of this and that, because guess what he gonna try to do? He gonna try to play the game. Okay, and that go into a whole nother thing. But he gonna try to play the game of, let's see how much you know. Okay, since you think you so smart, let's see what you know. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm only after one thing. But the thing is, with guys these days and ages, they love to try to be like, these rappers or whatever, what these rappers be talking about. But these rappers don't even practice what they preach. They want to act like they dogs, but really, honey, they just, like, a female could definitely go for, okay, you do, and this is how guys get away with it. You do XYZ, okay, and we here. Don't expect, say for instance, like what I'm telling y'all, if you want to sleep around, be honest with it, but don't expect a relationship out of me, but here come guys. Oh, you the only one for me. I really love you. You different. You ain't like nobody else. And when you start to hear so much, even if you just sitting there, like, you start to hear so much, it's like you start to believe it sometimes. But a woman can honestly be content with a guy just being straight up with the truth. Guys, on the other hand, they want to, try to lock you down. They want to try to lock you down. And, that way, that's all. Because guys, they don't like the thought of you being with a different guy. That's like one of the major things too that rappers, they talk about in their songs is, yeah, I effed his beef. You want to know why they say that? Because they know that is something that really gets up under a guy's skin. That is something that guys really, really hate. So you just, you want to be conscious of what you tell guys, what you disclose, how you was hurt and stuff like that, because this is going to be, oh, okay, this is the way that I can manipulate her. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to do it in a different way, so that way she ain't going to go nowhere. I'm going to have her wrapped around my finger, and bada boom, bada bang, okay? And listen to me, like, I've been through some crazy situations where, hey, I heard a lot of stuff after X amount of times, and I started believing it. So you just want to be careful about what you tell to people. And even other females, honey, because they be running their mouths and stuff like that, and they be like, oh, that's my bro, this and that, because they're trying to live, what is that, vicarious? They're trying to live through you. So even if it's a guy that they know is not necessarily interested in them, but they are interested in you, sis, bro, no, ain't no good, okay? So you don't want to be telling your business to her, because she running back telling him. The next thing you know, he claimed that he, know what your favorite candy bar is, and he coming, with and it's supposed to be a Snickers, he coming with a Twix. You just don't want to deal with that. No, my last thing, because it wouldn't be me if I ain't get a little crazy. Okay, but let me drink some tea. Y'all like how my mug kind of matches with my... Look at me all cozy here on my couch. But, okay. So, not putting God first. When you are single, okay, this is your space and your opportunity to really live, okay? And I hate, that goes back onto dwelling on the fact that you are single. I hate when people just feel sorry for themselves because they're single. Why do you feel sorry for yourself because you're single? Okay? If you living at home, by yourself and stuff like that, and you single, guess what? If you want to stay out all night, like how I was staying out all night, you can do that, because you don't have nobody to answer to. Okay? You don't have to check in. You cool if I stay out, like, about 45? No. And I feel like that's really caused anxiety for me. Me and Brandon, we got together, we was in high school, and we didn't get a chance to really explore outside of our relationship. And I'm not talking about as far as other people, I'm talking about just living. Like, we moved together right out of high school, and it just caused a lot of unnecessary pressure, because we wasn't able to learn ourselves or just life, like, on our own without each other. And I felt like it was always a need to impress each other, cause it was just hard. It was hard to, like, not live up. For me, I'm a Virgo, so it's hard not to live up to my own expectations. So when I would be like, dang, I really want to hang with my friends, or I really want to go here and stuff like that, and the first 2 or 3 years that we was together, I was like locked down, not necessarily because like Brandon had me like that, but because like he was like he wasn't into certain things and I really wasn't either, but I didn't know what I did or didn't like. I just was somebody talking about, oh, I'm in a relationship and, you know, shacking up. And yeah, I had no idea. So, and also too, like we didn't start seeking God in our relationship until I kind of went off of the deep end. Like we tried and stuff like that, but and of course like we went to church and I love him, like, you know, forever for introducing me to the church that I go to now. But like it just, you know, it was just a lack of knowledge. It was a lack of knowledge. And when we went through our crazy ordeal and just trying to get to know God and stuff like that now, like he downloaded YouVersion too. And, you know, we try to go through the plans and stuff like that together now, but it, you know, it was just hard. And I just knew that we had to have that foundation of faith, you know, within each other, within God. Like, but that's the main thing that you need to get accomplished by yourself, is to make sure that you have that foundation. That way you can be more level headed. That way you can know and understand, you know, the type of things to work towards in a relationship. And yeah, like I'm a strong believer in, if it's not towards marriage, then what are you doing? I'm a very strong believer in that. But yeah, I said, when you put God first, it creates a level of peace in your life. You know, when your life feels so heavy, that the feeling of just being able to breathe, it's like, I'm trying to remember a perfect moment for that. It's like a moment that you realize your life is just like, the best way I could describe that is like, you know, after dang, what's the movie called? Avengers. And like, you know, the daddy or whatever, like after he killed half of the people on the planet or the universe or whatever, like he went off on that farm, you know, his little midlife crisis, because that's what that movie was just all about. But you know, he went to the farm and he just was like this is bliss, like this is what peace feels like. You know, moments in your life, like I love that feeling, and I feel like I'm kind of feeling it now just talking about it. But it's like where you don't have nothing to worry about. That's how it should be, okay? That's how it should be when you are single, okay? Only thing you should be, you know, concerned, even though I'm not gonna say worry, I'm not gonna say anxious, but only thing you should be a little concerned about is your bills, is your finances, is how you gonna build yourself up to the next level to be all that you can be, the greatest person ever, okay? And not just for somebody else, I'm talking about for yourself, okay? Because if you can't do it for yourself, then you can't do it for nobody else. It's just like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. So let me see here. And then I wrote, your life will feel complete when your relationship with God, you learn so much about yourself, your likes, your dislikes, understandings, what you want and need from a new relationship. Your life will just come together and you attract, you know, just you attract more positivity in your life. And you attract all the things that are for you, and it saves you a lot of heartache. Listen, if you have to sneak off, okay, and I'm guilty, you know, of doing stuff like that. If you have to sneak off and, you know, like kick it, if you gotta sneak off and, you know, you can't do certain things in public, relationship with people like in public and stuff like that, it's not right. It's not right. Like, why would you have to sneak? You know what I'm saying? So you have to figure out, what is it that I like to do. If it feels wrong in your heart and in your head, then it's wrong. Okay? So you have to figure out, okay, what is God telling me to do? What do I want for myself? What do I like? The things that are going to fulfill me, the things that are going to serve me. What is it? What is it? And I just remember I had it came to me like an epiphany. But I had a moment in my life where things hit me. Like, they hit me all at once, and it felt good. It felt like I had a big release, like a really, really big release. And I don't know. After that, I realized, like, okay, with God, you know, I like to listen to TD Jakes. I like to, you know, just take hikes. I like to work out. I like to clean up. I like to spend time with my family. And there was a time too when me and Brendan first got together. I really didn't go back home and visit, but that's because I kind of left on a bad note when I had moved out of my parents' house. I left mad. You should never leave home mad. If you do take anything from that scenario, but yeah, you should never, or that example, I mean, you should never leave home mad. But yeah, I didn't see my family. It was just, yeah, it was craziness. And then when me and Brennan's relationship really hit rock bottom, something inside of me clicked, and I just was like, who am I? I went through a whole identity crisis. But that's because I had an idea of this person that I wanted to be. I had no idea of who I was. So I'm going to close off on that. Because, it's just that little time in the month. So I just be feeling like sometimes I might start crying. But yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned. I definitely want to open up with some more things. Yeah. I don't know why I just got so like emotional, but yeah. So thank you. Please come back again next Wednesday. Yeah. Bye.